continent of Rencia has 4 nations. The Union is a nation of many rules which tries to provide the most ideal lives for all of its people. They are bitter rivals with the nation of Industria. Industria strongly believes wealth should go to the most talented and productive of citizens. To the south is the country of Mythos, which is separated by a great forest and tall mountain range. Despite their name, they devote much to scientific endeavors and will occasionally collaborate with other nations in this goal. Finally, the country of Oceania to the north is made up of many islands. They primarily keep to themselves and have built large, powerful towers to keep others out. Many speculate this nation is a cult, especially after a single visitor was allowed, and after returning wrote a tell-all book entitled Oceania, It's a Cult. When the world was young, these 4 nations grew rapidly. Oceania and Mythos had natural borders which kept them from quarreling too much with the other nations. The Union and Industria, however, competed fiercely. There was a race for each to grab up as much of the natural land as possible and establish their borders over the continent's vast resources. The 2 nations met in battle in the once fertile land of Roslo. This led to the first and only lethal war. This great tragedy caused much pain and loss for both nations. When all was done, Roslo was transformed from a fertile land into a vast desert. Regardless of whether this was due to the war directly or some sort of divine wrath, both nations agreed such an event must never occur again. A ceasefire was created, and the newly created desert was renamed from Roslo to Memoria, so that no one would repeat these mistakes again. And yet, the ideals of these 2 nations were just too different. They found themselves often arguing. Tensions rose until they reached a breaking point, and the nations once again went to war. But this time, they used non-lethal methods. Punches were thrown, elbows were jabbed, knees were flung. Once unconscious, a soldier was left alone to be collected by their side and given medical treatment. Given time, this war eventually ended. Now much time has passed, and these non-lethal wars have become a common occurrence, waged with tools such as beanbag shooting guns and concussive rockets. Little ever comes of these wars other than letting off steam. But now, something is different. A spy by the name of Johnny Patrick has returned with news that Industrios is creating a new weapon codenamed a WMD. Files he retrieved indicate that it will change war as we know it. The location where this weapon is being developed is deep in the Amza forest just north of the mountains bordering Mythos. You are to take an elite squad into this forest and eliminate this WMD before it can become a threat.